Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will walk you through some C# programming important concepts. Here is the list like what are the comments in C# and how we can use it, how we can implement into our coding section, what is single line comment, what is multi-line comments, how these two comments we can use into our programs, and what is the main purpose of these commenting and how we can use in our coding. And here are some shortcut keys which we will discuss after this. It is specially for beginners which will enhance their speed of coding. So let's begin. First one is what are comments in C#. Comments are used to explain code and make it more understandable for you and for others also. Comments is like if you have some program written and on the upside you have to explain some logic, some note for the other developers to see and use that program, then we can provide that information up to that onto the program. Then it is easy for other developers to understand that what is the logic into that program, or what is the input or output parameters are going through this program. The compiler ignores comments while executing the program. The compiler, if we provide any commenting lines or write any note with the commenting, then compiler totally ignores that commenting line. It will not compile that lines of code. They are helpful for explaining logic, debugging code, leaving notes or reminders in the code. It is good if we want to explain the logic into some lines, into some 1 or 2 lines, or it is also good for debugging time if we want to instantly run our code and we want some program to comment, then we can also do that into our programming, and we can leave notes for the other developers and reminders also. Now we have types of comments: single line comments and multi-line comments. Here we will discuss single line comments. It is begin with the double forward slash and continues to the end of the line. It is commonly used for short explanations or temporarily disabling one line of code. Single line comment is mostly used for single line. If we want to comment a single line, then we can use that single line comment with double forward slash. Here we have the example. If we are displaying this hello world in the terminal window, then we can explain in one line then what is this doing. So this is line prints a message to the console. We are commenting this note up to that console.write line. You can see that. We can also like comment the coding portion also. If we want to comment this line console.write, then we can also do that. It only like comment single line, not multiple line. So for this its name is single line comment. It is used for like a short explanation if we want to create some small notes for temporary base. Like this is the temporary base. If we are debugging any code, then we can comment this code of line. Next one we have multi-line comments. It starts with the single forward slash, then asterisk sign, and then our code, and at the end we have to put asterisk sign and then forward slash. This is the format or syntax for multi-line comments. It is useful when you need to comment out a block of code or write a detailed explanation. So here is the example of multi-line comments. It means like if we want to create a detailed explanation or in 2 or 3 lines or in 5 lines, we can do that with multi-line comments. Like its syntax is forward slash, asterisk sign, and then our code which we want to comment, and then at the last we have to put asterisk sign and then single forward slash. This is the great explanation of this console.write line, that what it is doing. The following block prints a welcome message. This is a demo of multi-line comments. So this is a good demo or good example of a multi-line comments. We can use this one also. So here if we want to use these comments in our Visual Studio, how we can do that? First we have to open Visual Studio, then we can create a new console application in .NET project. Open the program.cs file where we have our main methods, and we write our program into that main method. We can use single line comment or multi-line comments in our programs, and then we can directly run that program with Ctrl plus F5 or directly press F5 into our Visual Studio. Suppose here we are first explaining single line comment. If we have this line of code, this is displaying hello developers. Suppose for some reasons we want to comment this one, and we don't want to display anything onto the terminal window. So just press Ctrl plus F5. It will not display or reflect this message to our window. This is the purpose of single line comment. This is only for temporary base, it is not for permanent base. If suppose we are debugging anything, we want to comment with this line of code. Here you can see that it is not displaying hello developers into a terminal window. So this is the main purpose of commenting, like compiler totally ignores this line of code. Then we have to uncomment this, then it will display our code. We now uncomment it, and compiler now finds out this line and display this one, hello developers, in a terminal window. This is the message, hello developers, we can see that. Now let's talk about multi-line comments. Multi-line comment syntax is single forward slash with asterisk sign, and then at last also we have to put asterisk sign and then single forward slash. This is used for multi-line comment. Suppose here we have some code, console.writeLine, here we put some message like hello programmers. We are writing some good description into 3 lines for this below program, for this one. So I put some good description about this program or these lines of code. If another developer comes and they will read out this line, that what is happening into that code, then the developer easily find out what is happening into these line of codes. So first if we want to concatenate and see the display output, first we have to put this value into console.writeLine. Now just run this one. It is displaying hello developers first, and it's also getting some value from us, from the user. Like if we type CSharp, hello programmers CSharp, it is using the concatenating, and it is displaying the hello program CSharp. So this is happening in these line of codes, and we put a good description or a good note into 3 lines to let them know, the developer, that what is happening into this code of lines. So I think we cleared out these single line comment and multi-line comments. We can use easily into our program. Here we see how to use single line comment and multi-line comments into our Visual Studio. Now let's dive into some shortcuts of Visual Studio. We can use these in our programs. First one is run without debugging. We have shortcut key Ctrl plus F5. Run with debugging, we have F5 shortcut key. It means it is saying that run without debugging, like if we do not want to put any breakpoint into our code or into our program, then we can directly or instantly we can run our terminal window and display the result or display the output of the program. So its main purpose is that Ctrl plus F5 for instant running the code. without debugging or without using any breakpoint, or it is not checking the code line by line if we want to check it. And run with debugging F5, it means that if we put some breakpoint into that program and we want to check that logic what is happening in single line or what is the value giving in the single line, so we can check it with only press F5. If we want to comment selected code, then we can use Control plus K, Control plus C, or if we want to uncomment that selected code, then we can use Control plus K or Control plus U. Or if we want to set the alignment of the code, suppose there is alignment issues, like there is some unnecessary space into some variables or into some console methods, then we can set it with Control plus K, Control plus D. Suppose if we want to copy paste some lines, we can use Control C for copy, and for paste we can use Control plus V directly, and for save the project we can use Control plus F. If we want to undo some logic or some deleted things from our code, then we can use Control plus Z, or if we want to redo that data, we can use Control plus Y. One more thing we have like if we want to use IntelliSense suggestions, suppose if we want to write a console and we only write CON, and it is not displaying the proper name into the IntelliSense, so for this we have to like use Control plus space, where it gives you a list of classes which class you want to write automatically. It is IntelliSense main purpose is for that. Suppose I put some breakpoint into this main method, and I suppose use Control plus F5. It directly write, or it instantly run this program without debugging line by line code. So it is the main function of Control plus F5. It will run the code without debugging. Suppose in some scenario we want to check line by line code, what is happening in this line, what is happening in this one and that one, we have to like press F5. It is used with debugging. Now you can see the where I set the breakpoint, it starts from the logic with the debugging. Now we can check the logic line by line what is happening into one line and second line. Here we can put some value. Now we have the value, we can see that CSharp. It is a debugging. With the debugging we are running, if we want to use that, we have to press F5, or directly we can use this button also. Now we have the same output. So this is the main purpose of debugging. Without debugging of code or with debugging of code, we can check our code properly with debugging line by line. And next shortcut we have, if we want to comment some code, we can use these shortcut keys, Control K plus Control C. It is for commenting. And if we want to uncomment it, which the code we comment, then we can use this one, Control K plus Control U for uncommenting, commenting the code. And suppose if we want to comment this line, string value console.read line, then we can use Control KC. It will comment the code directly. It is fast. And if we want to uncomment it, we can use Control K plus Control U. This is the shortcut keys for commenting and uncommenting. Control KC for commenting and for Control KU for uncommenting the code. And if we want to copy this line, we can use the shortcut Control C plus Control V. Control C for copy the line, and then in next line we can Control V. It will just paste the line into the new line. We have as many as line as we can. And if we want to suppose undo that operation, we can use Control Z. It will undo this line, this one also. For this we can use Control Z if we want to undo that option. Next one is if we want to redo that option which we line just copied, then it will redo this one. with control plus Y. These are some shortcut keys you have to note down. Control Z for undo, control plus Y for redo the code. Okay, control C plus control V, copy paste the code. And here two more commands you can write. Control C for copy, control V for paste. And suppose in next shortcut, if we want to suppose write just these characters CON, and we don't want to write a full character or full console class name, then we can have IntelliSense. We can use control plus space. It will shows up the all classes which we want to use. We can just select that console class and we can just enter it, and it displays that console class. And suppose if we don't want to write write line method fully, we have to use IntelliSense, control plus space. It will shows up the write line method. You can write down control plus space for IntelliSense. And one more shortcut key we have, like suppose if we have this kind of alignment into our application like this is not proper aligned code. It has some unnecessary space into that. For this we have one shortcut key also. We can use control plus K, control plus D for alignment of code properly. For this we can just use control K plus control D. It will set the code automatically or in the alignment order. Now it is removed the unnecessary space, unnecessary things from these lines of code. We have one more shortcut key. It is if we want to save our data, control plus S to save data. Like it is a shortcut key if we want to save this one file. It is unsaved as it is showing the asterisk symbol with the program.cs file. If we want to save it, just use these shortcut keys, control plus S. It will save the data into our project. So these are the shortcut keys you have to learn, and you can try this one also in your Visual Studio. It is good for you. You can try this on your some main methods on your some programs if you want to create in your console application, because it really speed up your coding and it is beneficial for you. We see these shortcuts: debugging, comment section, auto format, alignment, copy paste, save, undo, redo, IntelliSense. So these are the shortcuts. You have to try this onto your methods. Here we have summary section. Now let's revise what we learned today. We learned today about comments, single line comments, multi-line comments. Single line comments we can achieve by double forward slash for quick one line comments only. If we want to create any note, any description into one line, we can do that with double forward slash. And if we want to use multiple line comments, we can use this format, this symbol, like single forward slash and then asterisk sign and then our code which we want to comment, and then after at the end we have to put asterisk sign and then at last the single forward slash. We can do this multiple liners. We can mostly use if we want to give good description in 2 or 3 lines or in more than that. We can use that into our code. and comments don't affect the program output, they are just for human readability. Comments just don't affect the program. The compiler ignores that commenting line and only runs that without commenting code. It only compiles that code, not on the commenting code. And it is also like human readability, like if some developer is coming and wants some code, then you have to specify some lines of nodes into that program, that what it is its input coming, then what it is output, like these things we can put into that method. It is mastering basic shortcut will improve your speed and comfort in Visual Studio. So you have to like practice about shortcut keys. It will definitely improve your speed of coding, and it is good for you, for beginners especially. So let's wind up today's section. If you have any doubts, any related doubts to specific topic, you can comment them in the comment section. If you want me to create some specific video on some specific topic, you can also mention that into the comment section. You can subscribe my channel, like my channel, and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Have a great smile day.